The other night, I went out on a date with a guy who said he didn't like women who were fragile or vulnerable. So I stabbed him. I think he'll call again. I was at my 3-year-old nephew's birthday party, you know, and for his birthday, my sister, she gets him a piñata. Because apparently at 3, he wasn't breaking enough things around the house. She wants to blindfold him and hand him a bat. I'm not allowed over anymore because I kept going, hey, Evan, I bet there's candy in that lamp over there. Oh, too bad. Try the dog. Yeah, I thought that was funny. My sister did it. She yelled at me. She goes, you know what your problem is, Karen? You think like a man. So I said, I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. And then I made her smell my socks. Oh, but I love it here. You guys, though, I was surprised when I first got here because you all have like 5 religious channels on your cable TV. And yeah, that's 5 too many for me, you know. And I didn't know what they were. I turned it on. Some woman's reading off sins. I thought they were things to do in town. I was like, man, the community update is very thorough here. And then this guy came on the screen, right? And he goes, the divorced Christian woman has to be very careful because men know she's been married and she's familiar. I know, have you ever heard that word used like that before? I guess that would explain why everyone keeps saying to me, hey, you look really familiar. Oh, this is nice. I had a rent-a-car to come here. You know what kind of car they gave me? They gave me a Daewoo. Yes, Daewoo. That's Korean for just walk. But I'm getting a new car. You know what I'm getting? I'm getting a Honda Civic because those are very safe cars. And I know because I just plowed into one of those the other day. And the guy just gets out and goes, hey, you knocked the cheeseburger out of my hand. And I was like, hey, you spilt my beer. There are no winners here. Man, I gotta get some car insurance. And the guy was kind of weird, right? But I don't like to make fun of people, so I just keep talking to him like he had his pants on. And he goes, lady, why were you going so fast? And I said, well, officer, I said, you know how you'll be driving and you look up and see a spaceship? So you start to follow it until you realize it's just something fuzzy caught in your hair. And he goes, yeah? And I said, really? And he said, no. I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. But man, you look awfully familiar. And then I stabbed him. know, as long as you're happy, right, ladies and gentlemen? See, happiness, that's the key to life. I remember when I was a little girl, my dad, he would give me advice. He would say, Karen, happiness isn't getting what you want. Go away. See, and I learned from that. I did, because I love what I do. I get to travel all over, you know. You know where I was a few weeks ago? I was in Reno, Nevada. Listen to how exciting it was there. The police went on the news. They were looking for a woman who had stolen a baby out of the hospital. And they described her as being over 300 pounds and wearing hot pink stretch pants. And immediately, my heart went out to the pants. And then I got thinking, you know, maybe she's a criminal genius. 300 pounds in hot pink stretch pants? Who'd notice a baby? But both my parents are nuts. Have you ever tried to take a stroll down memory lane with your folks and realize not only are you in different lanes, you're in different countries? I'm like, hey, Mom, do you remember on my 10th birthday when I cracked my head open on a rock? And she's like, I remember a duck got in the car. What? And then my dad's like, that wasn't a duck, that was your Uncle Andy. Someone yelled, you want a beer? He thought they said the aliens are here. And yelled, they're going to probe my ass, duck. And that's when the duck got in the car. My parents, they came out to visit me, you know, for a month. Oh, yes, the people that gave me life came to suck it right back out of me. Trying to kill me one visit at a time. And, you know, they argue constantly. And I told my mother she wasn't thinking positive, so she joined a widow's club. She says she feels a lot better now. But you know what my parents do? They argue constantly, but not only do they argue, they don't listen to how stupid their arguments are. And they don't get me at all. They think I'm crazy. They came to visit me in San Diego, and my mother goes, Karen, I see you have a futon in your apartment. How do you like sleeping on a futon? And I said, well, it's nice, but it's very low to the ground. And if someone were to leave alligators in my apartment, well, they would eat me. And my mother goes, Karen, that's ridiculous. Alligators don't eat meat. Crocodiles would eat you if they were in your apartment. And then my father goes, no, that's not true. If the alligators were hungry, they would eat Karen. It wouldn't matter if they were alligators or crocodiles, they would eat Karen. And then my mother goes, no, they like vegetables, they go for the plants. That's what they like, they go for the plants. And then my father goes, the plants are on the second shelf, they couldn't get to the plants. The alligators would eat Karen. And then my mother goes, no, they go for the refrigerator. There's food in the refrigerator. And then my father goes, they only got them little stubby arms that couldn't open the door to the refrigerator. The alligators would eat Karen. And then my mother goes, well, you could stand on the coffee stand. They wouldn't eat if you stood on the coffee stand. And then my father goes, Karen, who the hell do you know that would eat alligators in your apartment? And then my mother goes, Joan Embry, she works at the San Diego Zoo. She could be alligators in your apartment. And then my father goes, does Joan Embry have a truck? Could she get the alligators over to your apartment? And then my mother goes, you know, I never liked that Joan Embry to begin with.